Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share.
Oh, it's true. Real estate is super competitive and harder than you expected. That's why I created Leigh Brown University. It's everything you need to take you from point A to point whatever your goal is. You could be new to the business or a seasoned vet. I'll help you break through to the next level so that your professional life can look exactly like you desire. Enroll in Leigh Brown University today. I'll help you get there.
Okay, so Tristen, you've been around real estate, you've seen good practices, you've seen bad practices, you've probably bought and sold houses yourself. What's the one thing you saw in and around real estate that made you say, you can't be serious, did I really just see that? That really just happened and you had to unsee it or fix it?
You know, really the main thing I see is the posting and hoping. When I talk to agents all the time, what are you doing for marketing? Well, I'm posting on Facebook and I'm posting on Instagram. What else are you doing? Well, I'm just kind of waiting for the phone to ring or get referrals. It's like, yeah, that was a good strategy in like 2009.
That was a good strategy, never.
Exactly, maybe. When organic reach was great. But right now, every agent, regardless of your vertical, should be using ads to stay in front of your audience. And you don't have to spend a lot. You can spend as little as $5 a day. That's less than a cup of venti macchiato from Starbucks. And you can reach hundreds, if not thousands of people while they're sitting at home. You have a captive audience. We're all at home, staring at a phone. Get in front of your audience.
Okay, so on that, so April, you may know this is Fair Housing Month in Realtor world, and we know that Facebook changed some of the audience things on ads to make sure that it was going to be harder for people to violate fair housing, and I'm sure they weren't doing it on purpose. I'm sure they're all above board.
There's no such thing as redlining. No.
It never existed, right? It's all imaginary. Yeah. So if somebody wants to be a really great proponent of fair housing, but they still want to target an audience, what would you say are the things they could use to designate an audience? What's safe for realtors who actually don't want to violate fair housing but want to hit a target market? Can you still group by zip code and by income level and by the age of a buyer? What categories are still out there?
So the good news and bad news, good news is you don't have to worry about violating anything because Facebook won't let you. You literally can only target people from between ages 18, 65. You can't target based on gender, income, zip code. You can only do an address.
Zip code is actually a really good thing, man.
It used to be, but now it's just address or city 15-mile radius of that area. So what we have to, and what I teach in my classes, we have to get creative with retargeting. So that's where you have to be very strong with your initial message. Hey, are you a first-time home buyer looking to rent, looking for luxury? Identify that target market in that 15-mile radius. And once they either click on your website or watch your video, now you retarget them because now those are the ones that are self-select and say, I'm interested in what you offer. Now they're in a nice little bucket and it's easier to fish in a barrel than in a whole ocean. So now you stay in front of them with your branding, your testimonial videos, things of that nature.
By the way, my normal consumer viewers who are over here just to get the insight on real estate, retargeting is what happens when you look at that pair of shoes on Zappos and it chases you around the internet. So when you look at somebody's house and it's chasing you around, don't be mad at that realtor. They're actually trying to do enough good advertising so that you could find them, which means that when you hire them to sell your house, they're doing the right things to find buyers for your property. So don't get mad. But I will mention this on the fair housing side, y'all. If you are a luxury agent and you do a Facebook ad and it's a 15-mile radius, you're going to draw in all kinds of price points and all kinds of people. Just remember that to be the best professional realtor possible, what you do for one, you do for all. And if you don't serve a first-time buyer price range, you should just have a professional contact who does, to whom you could say, hey, I primarily work with luxury buyers, but I have a colleague who is rock solid, amazing, and will help you, and then make them a professional connection. So if you're going to not work with everybody, have somebody who can, but ask the same questions of everybody. We all have to get better about fair housing. Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.